Hello there, Sir from 17 once again, bringing you another snippet of Modern Warfare 3. This time it is an interesting little gameplay, and the explanation behind this is Headquarters now, for some reason, is extremely long. They've doubled the score requirement, so these games last up to 16 minutes because nobody gets to Headquarters as reliably as they want to, and sometimes the enemy team puts up more of a fight than you're expecting, and the games just run really long, and I don't want to be uploading really long games unless they're absolutely amazing and there's a good reason for doing so, because nobody wants to sit and watch an 18-minute long video that's just average, because nobody wants to do that. But what this is this was a 15-minute long, pretty enjoyable game on Seatown, which is my personal least favourite map of the game. I absolutely hate it. This time though, on Headquarters it played pretty decently because I managed to get a couple of good sprees, a couple of good tears with the P90 silenced, which is probably my favourite gun on the game. And what I've done is, I've taken out of the full game, I've chopped out a couple of sprees, a couple of exciting moments, a couple of fails to hopefully make some people laugh, and I've slopped them all together in, I think it's about a 3 or 4 minute video, and it pretty much gives you the impression of how the game went and how shit happened without having to sit through 16 minutes of, you know, back and forth of the full Headquarter match. I am going to be playing a lot more Headquarters to try and get some gameplays that are quick enough to put up in full, because I've never actually done this with a gameplay where I've just chopped out the bits that I enjoyed, because to me that's kind of like, you know, cookie cutter, that's kind of like picking the best parts that make me look amazing. And in all honesty, there's not all that great stuff in this. There's a couple of triple feeds that I get, but aside from them, it's just your standards, you know, drop shot in extraordinaire, running in, holding a Headquarters for maybe a little bit longer than you normally do. And it's just how it works. And I would talk about the gameplay, but it's not all that long. I'm going to do another commentary probably where I'll do a play-by-play, and this one can be me talking about something a little different. So I'm going to talk about Ninja Gaiden Sigma. And if you don't know what that is, it's a PS3 game that came out, and it's pretty much a remake slash, you know, port of the original version of Ninja Gaiden, or the remake of that, Ninja Gaiden Black, onto the PlayStation 3. It's got updated visuals, and it's got a couple of different features that they've added, like you can now play as a woman who's fucking useless, and she's got massive tits, and it makes absolutely no sense, because she walks around with a giant axe, some giant tits, and she's just a nuisance, and I hate playing as her, but that's one of the new incentives to buy the game anyhow. And this is not a new game by any standards, it came out a couple of years back, but I bought the original Ninja Gaiden and played it on the Xbox, and I did like it, but I got to a certain point in it where it was frustrating me with checkpoints. So I stopped playing it, and I decided to buy this because I assumed this would be, you know, a better visually looking game, and it'd make it a little bit easier to put up with, because it looked nicer and it had all the features and all that good stuff. So I purchased it the other day. I got to where I had before, I got past where I had before, and I'm running into the same problems. And for anybody wondering what my experience with Ninja Gaiden is, I never played Ninja Gaiden on the original Xbox. I never played any of its remakes. I played them after I played the second one. And when I first played the second game, I thought it was hard, I thought it was a little bit cheap and a little cruel at times, and it really is. And I didn't have too much fun with it. I didn't play it for ages, I let it go, and then I met a friend who beat it on Master Ninja, and to me, if you beat that game on Master Ninja, there's something wrong with you. You're like a fucking psychopath. And I had a massive respect for him, and I asked him, how did you manage to do it? Because I got my ass kicked on normal. And he was just like, I didn't think it was too bad really, you know, once you know what you're doing, once you learn it, it's just one of those things. And I ended up doing what I do with a lot of games. I went into psychopath mode and I learned the game. And I ended up beating it on Master Ninja, and I had a really good time and I got really into it, so I wasn't too bad at the second game. But the first one is so different. It's such a different speed, it's such a different approach, the moves are different, it's a lot slower, the animation frames are different, the iframes are different, the techniques are different, and it's not that I'm finding the game hard, because I'm only at like chapter 8, and I'm only playing on normal because it's the starting difficulty. I can fight on these games, and I can pretty much destroy things. I've not upgraded my life at all. I've avoided using the lives of 1,000 gods, because I want to have the smallest life bar, because I'm hoping to play it on the harder difficulties. And for the only things that's annoying me at the moment is some of the platforming and the camera stuff is awful, but it's a Ninja Gaiden, that's pretty much par for the course. The thing that fucks me off the most, though, is the enemies respawn. On Ninja Gaiden 2, when you cleared out an area, you could run back to a safe point, save, and you would never see those enemies again. They were gone for good, and you could save a lot, frequently, and effectively make it so that you didn't have to replay too much of the game when you died. On this game, every time you retrack through an area, the enemies come back. And on the flip side, this is kind of good because you can farm essence off them and you can make your character stronger, but I never farmed essence on the second game. I never needed to. I just got better at the game. And on this, I don't need essence. There's nothing to buy. I've bought everything I need, so it's not even benefiting me, it's just a nuisance. And especially when it's a bunch of IS ninjas that drop down. A bunch of IS ninjas that you've killed maybe 4 or 5 times before with no trouble, and this one particular time, you do a flying swallow into the first guy to try and stun him and get him with the Azuna drop, and you get juggled by 3 of them and killed. Or one of them grabs you, and as you're recovering, the other one knocks you into the air, and they all do a counter, and next thing you know, you're dead. And you're like, wow, what could I have done differently? And you think, oh, it's all good, I'll just go back in and smash them. And you reload it, and you've just lost 20 minutes of progress, because it's put you back to the last save point, and the last save point was in a different fucking level before you'd killed a boss! Before a boss! How does this happen? And it's like, this is like the 4th time they've remade this damn game, and they've not changed the checkpoints at all. They've kept these checkpoints that are horrific, and they're putting me off playing it. And I just got to a boss, which I know is easy, but he got a really cheesy move off on me, and he grabbed me, and it killed me, because I don't like using healing items when I fight. I like to beat people without using healing items, and on Ninja Gaiden this can be quite challenging. But it's like, the guy killed me, I didn't have any problem with it, I don't mind getting my shit pushed in as long as I can press reload and I'm back in that fight and I can try it again. But instead, I had to do 3 jumping sections, collect 2 pieces of a puzzle, and do a massive endurance fight before I could get back to the boss. And I got back to the boss, I got him to the lowest part of his life, and he grabbed me again, he killed me, and that was it. I turned it off for the night because it fucked me off so much. And it makes me wonder, how the hell does this happen? This game has a reputation for being hard, and admittedly it can be challenging, but bad checkpoints is not challenging, it's just bullshit. But anyway guys, sorry for rattling on, had to get it out of my system. Thanks for watching, and you take care now.